Hello, this is Deb Joyce, Sneak from Delight of My Art. Today we're doing mystery stamping because it is Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow along with the directions here. They are posted in our Facebook group every Monday. And then you're also getting that via email if you're on my email list. So if you're not on my email list, make sure that you join. There's a link in the description here, and you can go ahead and click on that and get on my email list. Let's go ahead and get started with today's project. All right, hello everybody. I'm live today, so hello to Vesta and Wendy and everybody else that's popping on. I do appreciate all of you that do watch the live and watch the replay. I know that I think I just got past 9,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty amazing. So thank you again to all of you that tune in and like these mystery stamping videos. I would love to hear a hello from all of you silent watchers too. So let's go ahead and follow along with these directions here. I'll put that off to the side so I can still see it, but we will put together things together. So I have a piece of shaded spruce here. That is my base. That's just a quarter piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'll put that off to the side because we really want to play with our DSP at the moment because we have a really nice big piece. So I'll put my trimmer in here so you can see. I love our Stampin' Up! Trimmer. We've got this extendable arm here, so it goes all the way to 17 inches over here. Great for scrapbookers and everything. And we have a cutting and a scoring blade on this track here, and they both scoot out of the way at the top and the bottom. So I love that feature about this. But I'm going to go ahead and use a sneak peek of a new paper that you may or may not have seen. This is such beautiful paper. So this is actually one from a pack that is coming up in the holiday catalog that will start in September. So I just wanted to show this to you. This is what we're going to be playing with today. Isn't this so pretty? Some birds, some Christmassy type birds. So this is 12 inches long by 5 1/4 tall, because that will give us a little bit of a border on this background piece right here. And we're going to put this in and score at a couple different places. So we're going to score at 2 and 4. And then again at 8 and 10. So basically 2 and 4 from both sides. If your paper is directional, I'll show you how to put this together, but we will be seeing both sides of this designer series paper. So if your pattern is directional, like my birds, I don't want them to be upside down. We do have a direction for that to go. All right, so let's go ahead and put this trimmer away. That's actually, we will need that again, so keep that handy, but we'll go ahead and do our folding. So on the first score line, we're going to fold that backwards. And I think I left my bone folder somewhere else. So we'll just go ahead and use my fingernail, but it's always nice to have an extra bone folder handy. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, and I don't know where they went. So maybe it's time to add another. It's like pairs of scissors. My kids, they must always the scissors must grow legs and wander off because I can never have enough pairs of scissors laying around near the desks in the kitchen and all that either. Bone folders are the same way, apparently. All right, so we're just going to do it's going to be like a tabletop like this. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me live. So this should meet in the middle here, and then you have, so your pattern that is directional will be face up. And the one that is, so most of the time, this one's kind of the more loud pattern anyway. And then you'll have a more subtle pattern on the background. If it's non-directional, you can choose which one you would like to be. And since the folding is the same on both sides, if you were to fold this the opposite way, it would work as well. So if you really wanted to do it this way, it doesn't really work with directional paper, but if it's non-directional, you can go either way. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. Once we did all of this, I'm actually going to take a pencil out, and we're going to take our trimmer back out, and we're going to do some measuring here. Oops. All right, so what we're going to do, we have this first score line here, and this section is 2 inches. So we're actually going to measure down the left side to 2 inches and then cut that triangle off up to this first score line and down to the 2 inches. So we have to put it this way to kind of measure. I'm going to put this edge into the track and just kind of make a little tick mark where 2 inches is. And I can erase that since it's pencil. Now I'm going to put this pencil line I just did and this first score line into the track so we can cut that triangle off. So you have to do some maneuvering to get that right in there. You just want the edge of those lines in the track, not, where sometimes you make a long line and you want to line it up from longer in there. You want to do the very edge of where that line comes off the edge of the paper. Okay, so we're going to cut this triangle off and we're going to keep this. We're going to use that and then we're going to erase that line. We're going to do the same thing to the opposite side, not this side. I'll show you. All right, so here's what we just did. We cut off the top left corner. Now we're going to cut off the top right corner and that's it. So again, this section is 2 inches. So we're going to measure 2 inches down and then cut that triangle off. So I'm going to turn it here and fit it in here. We'll measure that over to 2 inches and then just make a little mark. I can see that it's right on that center of that berry there. Kind of visual clues if you have very patterned paper might help you know where all that stuff lies on the track there. I can see that kind of showing up. The glow of the pencil and the light there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the track and then cut that triangle off too. And we're going to keep this triangle as well. Okay, so we are done with our trimmer. We'll put that to the side and we'll take our pieces out here. Okay, so we have this triangle cut off of there and this one cut off from here, and here we have our base. So let's go ahead and fold this back up like this. Now we have this fun pattern kind of popping out from the background here, just like that. And we're going to take these pieces and we're going to flip them over so that we can glue them to the flaps like this. Isn't this fun? So we're just going to glue that flat on those pieces there, and these pieces will be able to open just like this. So let's go ahead and glue our little triangles down. I'm so glad you guys are joining me. I hope you're having a good day. It was a little rainy here earlier, but it's a lot cooler than it has been. It's about 80 degrees today, I think is the high, so I can handle that. It's a nice wet heat though today. A little humid, but that's okay. I like summertime, even though we're playing with wintry paper. Tell me in the comments if you started doing any of your Christmas cards yet, or you not really ready for that yet. I'm excited to see more of what's available for our holiday catalog. If you're a demonstrator, you get this and everything in the holiday catalog starting in about we get to see it next week, actually. We get to view the catalog in 1 week. And then in about 3 weeks, we can order anything from there. So super cool perks for being a demonstrator. And we get a discount. And we can do classes and everything. So if you're interested in doing that, please visit join.orderwithdeb.com to see some fun perks for being a demonstrator. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can just follow along the video here and follow along for free. It does help me when you make some comments too. All right, so let's go ahead and put this panel down onto here. This is actually called a diamond gatefold card. Isn't this pretty? So I have 2 alternatives for you. Oops. And at the end here, remind me, I want to show you all of the stuff that's in this beautiful suite, because this stamp set and the dies and the paper is so pretty. If you like birds, this is going to be your paper. All right, I'm just going to scoot that. It gives me a little bit of wiggle time there. Ooh, isn't that fun? Wendy's thinking about making Christmas cards. That's what we have to start with, right? We have to think about it. All right, so now we have some pieces, same as base, a 2 3/4 inch square. So we're actually going to make this into a diamond just by turning it, and that's going to go in the middle like this. I see that we're covering up a bunch of this pattern, but don't worry, when we open it, we will see a bunch of that again. So we're not going to attach that yet. We also have a neutral piece, a 2 1/2 inch square, and yes, that is going to go on top of this piece. So decorate this how you will. I did some die cutting and different stamping and coloring and DSP fussy cutting for my different pieces. So this is a piece from this same paper pack. Isn't that so beautiful? So I did fussy cut that, but if you have a Brother Scan and Cut, it will do the whole sheet for you. Let's go ahead and glue our neutral piece on here. And I do have a little banner here too. A friend like you brings me happiness. I love this font. Look at the G. Oops, here, I gotta bring it this way. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to put this white piece here, right here, onto my diamond. And then I want this on dimensionals, I think. Actually, I had an idea. The suite that this is part of includes this twine, which is called Natural Tones Linen Twine, and these sparkly gems called Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. So we're going to use that on here too, but I pulled off some of this copper clay twine and kind of twirled it like this. And I thought, what if I put that behind my sentiment and kind of put it here? And it kind of looks like a nest almost. I know that's a lot on there, but maybe we don't even need a dimensional if we piled it up that high. Maybe if I'm doing that, then this could go flat, but otherwise I would probably do this on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and just add this flat. And I don't want it to go on the tail or the tips of those. So let's just kind of keep my glue towards the middle here. That's probably good like that. And I'll put that up a smidge. There we go. And then we can do maybe a runner here to give this something to grab hold of, if I can get it to go. Never fails on camera. It's like, no, I don't want to. All right, so here, let's see, we'll make a messy nest here. There we go. This one's kind of sticking out. We'll just tack that in too. And then we'll put this. Oh, that's kind of cute. So we'll put, I'm going to add some dimensionals kind of where it's a little bit empty to kind of hold this up. There. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just playing around. Rachel, you love this? It's so pretty. And since you're part of my team, you get to see everything that's new next Wednesday. Oh, 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern. I forget which time zone you're in, but we get to see all that stuff early, and then we get to shop starting on the 6th of August. I believe most of the things we can pre-order for these mini catalogs that come out. Ooh, isn't that cute? So a friend like you brings me happiness. And so I thought a nest would kind of be appropriate. Like a friend makes you feel like home, right? Like a nest and comfort and all of that. So we're going to put this on with dimensionals only on the left side. You could, of course, choose the opposite side if you want to, but we want to flip this over so that it's completely upside down. And I'm only going to add dimensionals to the left here. So I'll put that down and then get my dimensionals out. Here's a tip too. If you use the edge of your dimensionals here like this, you can just add this line just to the left of center and you'll have a whole supported edge there. And then just kind of fill in the rest with some more dimensionals here. So there. Great way to use your dimensionals. Don't forget to use your edges because it is just as good. All right, we're going to take those off. And we are going to push this flat so that we can center this. If you have any sort of gap in the middle here, you definitely want to have both edges closed and while you put this down and line it up, because if you line up your top edge with your bottom edge and only and it's you don't have, if you have a gap or anything in the middle, it will be not centered. So push both of those edges down, and then we're going to line up the tips with the center there. And hopefully without my head in the view here, we can do that straight. You should have a little bit of gapping on the left here where the points don't quite go to the edge. Oh, we have our tail here. I didn't even think about that. So this is going to be a little bit difficult in the envelope. Oops. Okay, well, oh well. We'll figure it out. So maybe while you're putting your thing together, hover it over your front and see if it'll fit on the card. I don't want to cut his tail off. That's pretty cute. So, oh well. So here we have the card and our cute little nest, and let's add some of these earth tone shimmer gems. And oh, we got 4 different colors. So I think this one must be our new beige. And I think this one might be either a white or a vanilla. Looks like, I think I probably wrote it down here. Oh, copper clay, beige, garden green, and I think this is supposed to be white, but it's more of a cream. So either way, let's see, which color should I use? I think I haven't used very many of these yet either. I need to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Of course, it is on my other work surface because I was using it, of course. All right, here it is. Got my little putty end. If you don't have one of these tools, you got to get one because it's so much nicer to have this little tacky piece to stick in all these little tiny pieces. Let's do these. Well, let's do the beige ones. Okay, so we're going to do, see, I just picked that up by pushing down and kind of scooting over. And we're just going to do 1, let's see, 2, let's do another one. Maybe up here. Let's do a few more. Why not? If your putty ends up being not very sticky anymore, you can actually kind of ball it up and, oops, I get it. Let's put that back on here so I can pick it up better. Sticking to my finger instead. There. So you can, here, I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to put that one there. Let's do another one here. Okay, so if you are not getting it to stick to your end anymore, you can kind of advance it a little bit, tear off that little end, and now it's here. Now we don't have very much at the tip, so you can actually twist it again. More will come out, and then you just kind of pat it flush to the top, and now you have a new piece of putty. And you can get refills for this putty tip too, so it lasts quite a while, and then you can keep getting a fresh piece. And you got a little topper for that. On the other side we have a poker tip tool, and this actually unlocks and you have a little paddle on the other side, so you can scoop up things, or you can scoop up your gems if you like that better. And it actually comes with another double-sided stylus tool, so super good tool there. All right, so this one is our card, first card here. Oh, you know what? We need the middle piece. So we also have a neutral piece that's 3 inches wide by 4 1/4 tall, of course, for the middle. So let's open that up. Isn't that beautiful? And here is the piece I've already decorated. Sending thanks and much love. And I used, of course, the edge of the designer series paper, from this bird right here, but it was at the edge of the paper, so I didn't want to waste that piece. It's such a pretty bird, but I didn't have to cut, it in half. It was already at the edge of the paper, so perfect for those inside pieces or envelopes. Here is my envelope decorated, by the way. Super cute. Another image from the paper. Just cut that out. It was this bird right here. So let's go ahead and add our inside piece right on the inside there. This one is so beautiful. Again, this one is called a diamond gatefold card, and I love my alternatives here too, so I can't wait to show those to you, so make sure you don't leave yet. All right, so there is card number 1 with its beautiful envelope, and I love this whole pack of paper. Fold that back together there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's card number 1. Here is card number 2. This one is using the Everyday Details stamp set, the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, and the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. So that has the balmy blue there included, and the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. Got some blue gems on there, and we open that up. Wishing you so much joy on this special day. So again, in the comments, make sure that you vote for your favorite of these 3 cards that I'm going to show you. So there's the first 2, and then here is the last one. This one's using the Simply Said stamp set, the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper, which is so beautiful. It's kind of got this blue kitchen tile designs on one side, and then bright, cheerful citrus fruits on the other side. And we're using the adhesive-backed sparkle gems on this one, which I thought went perfect with this stamp set because the kind of orange peachy ones kind of look like they're just taking on the color that I put them on. There's clear and a kind of a black, and I think this is petal pink, but it kind of picks up that orange tone that it's sitting on. So that is card number 3. We'll go ahead and open that one too, like this. Just a note. Isn't that cheery? Okay, so you're going to have to let me know which one is your favorite. I think when I take my picture, I'll probably put them like this because we've got two blue cards here. So this one is the first one. But yeah, so you'll have to say birds or teacup or oranges. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. Let me go ahead and put my face back in here. I can figure out how to do that. Maybe. There I am. So thank you so much for watching. Love the blue. Lily says, which blue? There's 2 blues. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for voting. And Lily says the teacup one. Yep. Okay. Birds, and says Louise. Birds and teacups, Deborah says. That's awesome. Thank you so much for voting, guys. That helps other people find my videos. I appreciate you. If you would like to place an order for any of the products that you see here, you can in my online store. It goes straight to Stampin' Up! And already attaches me as the demonstrator if you go to orderwithdeb.com. And here is a host code that you can use for the rest of this month in July. So thank you so much for visiting and watching. If you're not on my email, make sure that you join. We are live on Facebook and in our at Delight of My Art, but it's also shared in Stamp with Delight and on YouTube at Stamp with, or at Delight of My Art. Goodness, I got too many names. But we also will have a post in our Facebook group, Stamp with Delight, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time for you to share your versions. So you got a whole day to put together your cards and then share your ideas with us too. And then all of those links and everything will go out next week with next week's clues on Monday. So thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a fabulous day. Bye, guys.